Okay, it took a while, but I finally found and managed to get some blaze rods. There we go. Now, that was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. There was this really annoying lava flow that was just getting in the way, and I kept falling into it. Luckily, I'd left my most precious stuff, like my diamond drill, my battery pack, my wand of excavation here, because I died so many times. Even Billy came and tried to help, and he kept dying all the time. And it was just, you know, and if you're wondering why I didn't record any of it, it's because it wasn't fun. It was just genuinely frustrating. But I've got it now. Now, I also realised that I've spent I was just checked the length of time of stuff I'd recorded, and I spent an inordinate amount of time doing the magic stuff. I assure you that I'm almost done with the major magic push, and then we are going to be doing a major technological push. I just wanted a few things from the magic thing, some very important basic toys. I mean, for a start, this wand of excavation has already paid for itself. Because it turns out that, okay, treasure 2 is the wand equivalent of fortune, so when I find diamonds, I get more than 1 diamond per block. But charging, that's the wand equivalent of repair. Now, repair is an enchantment that Thalmcraft items can get when you enchant them. And what that essentially means is this wand is never going to wear out. Ever. It digs through dirt and gravel like it's not even there. It digs through rock almost as quickly, and it has a range of 10 blocks. Look at that. I mean, it's just awesome when it comes to strip mining. It's absolutely brilliant. So, what I believed I was trying to make alembics. That's what this was all about. So, let me re-grab my magical stuff that's been safely put in here, and we'll try and get on with it. Okay, I think I've got everything. So, we were trying to deal with the flux in the air because there's all these wisps flying around and random bolts of thunder and lightning. So, each alembic requires a brewing stand, watered jar, 3 gold and a flux filter. So we've got to start by making 4 flux filters, which is a silver wood log, 2 gold ingots next to it, and then I have to have 8 purus, which I can get from the silverwood logs, and 8 permutatio, which I can get from seeds, or eggs are a pure source, but seeds might do for now. So, I've got the silverwood logs. Any eggs here? There might be some back at the base. Which I've renamed Workshop because I've added there's a linking thing down to my strip mine. So this is no longer Ayaron's mine, it's just Workshop. Any eggs? Nope, I'll have to make do with seeds. Seeds will drop some plant matter into the atmosphere, but hopefully after this the environment will start to clean up by quite a bit. Alright. So, let's start with gold ingot, silverwood logs, and we're trying to make 3 of them. So I'm probably going to need more seeds, aren't I? I'm going to need a lot more seeds. Back in a moment. Okay, I think I've got the stuff now. Now, I'm going to have to use silverwood in order to give me the purus, but that means it's also going to be dumping a lot of magic and trees into the atmosphere, which is a little annoying. Hang on, how much purus was it? Oh, it's 8 purus for each one. And 8. Okay, so I've got enough seeds because I've got 32 seeds there, which will give me the 32 of them. But that's only enough silverwood for one of these things. I need a lot more silverwood logs, or I need another source of purus. What else has purus? Hang on, I think there was something else I saw having purus. Diamonds. Okay. that's also going to dump stuff into the atmosphere. In fact, it might be best to save my silverwood logs and just go with the diamonds. So it's going to be 2 diamonds for each one, and I need 4 of them, so that's going to be 8 diamonds. Nice. Right, finally. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. So, I think I'm going to make 1 Alembic to start with, because that way that first Alembic can start capturing the excess essence from the creation of the further Alembics. So, first I just want to make one Flux filter in the Effusion altar. So, silverwood, gold, 8 purus, 8 permutio. Right, silverwood, gold. Right, 8 seeds will get me the 8 permutio. 2 diamonds will get me that, and also a lot of crystalline stuff. But I don't think there's anything I can do about that. So I need to. Oh, I've got water in there already bubbling. So bye bye diamonds. Bye bye seeds. I'm more worried about the diamonds, to be honest with you. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so. There's 1 flux filter, and I've just dumped a load of stuff into the atmosphere. Let's sleep through the night. I keep getting this strange bug where when I die it says that my bed is missing or obstructed. But the bed at the workshop hasn't moved, and this one has got plenty of room around it, so I'm not quite sure what the problem is with that. Okay, so now I've got a flux filter. I need to make myself an Arcane Alembic. Okay, so gold, gold, flux filter, gold, water jar, brewing stand. Gold, gold, flux filter, gold, water jar, brewing stand. Okay, so I need 8 vitreous, which I can get from glass, 8 water or aqua, and 8 air. Now, the best source of air that I've discovered is just grass. See, it's a nice source of air. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of those. 8 glass. Yep, so 1, 2, 3, 4 of those is 8. I'll hang on to the rest. And what was the last one? Water. So again, I'm dumping lots of stuff into the atmosphere making these, but hopefully this is the last time I pollute to this extent. Okay, now my best source of water was sugar canes. I've never actually tried a bucket of water. I probably wouldn't get the bucket back, would I? Yeah, it's like, you know, yes, a bucket of water is 4, but then that's an awful lot of metal going into the atmosphere as well. I have plenty more reeds back at the workshop. Right, so we need 8 water. Unfortunately, these things have a plant essence as well, but it's going to be 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should be the essences we need. Wait for that to boil. So this will get me my first Arcane Alembic, and then I'll be able to show you how it works straight away. Glass, grass, sugar canes. There we go. 1 Arcane Alembic. Don't need to leave the water jars in there. So we place this next to the cauldron, like so. Actually have to right click on the cauldron. And it's going to capture the spare essence from the next thing we make, which is going to be another one of these things. So 8 purus and 8 seeds. That's 2 seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't seem to be any difference between those two types of seeds. And the 8 Purus is 2 diamonds. So now, because we've only got 1 Alembic there, it's only going to be able to capture 1 of the unused essences. That's why we want to put 4 all the way around it, so we capture the maximum amount of stuff. So gold, silverwood log. Okay. So let's have a look. Now, straight away you can see that has filled with something. So now we need files in order to pick them up. Do I have any? Nope, but I can make some. So a file is like a bottle, but with a bit of clay on top. And for that you get 8 glass files. And if I right-hand click this on there, there we go. See, we have picked up. Okay, and we stored the biggest thing. So what we've got there is 2 lots of 8 crystal essentia. And now I can just keep it in here and throw this in a cauldron, or I can store it in one of these jars. So I think I just do this. Notice that that the files are a single use, but they're pretty cheap. Right. So now we're going to make the next Arcane Alembic. Now, if you notice here, it needs 8 vitreous. That's already glowing up. And we can see a trail of vitreous coming from this jar. So, if there's an essence in one of these jars, or I think even just in an alembic, it can be used by this infusion altar. And this infusion altar is in range of all the jars. So, it's possible I may have explained this before. This recording session has been stopping and starting and going on for a long time. So please forgive me if I am repeating myself. So, now I just need to fulfill the aqua and the air, which is 8 of each. So, it will be 4 sugar canes and 8 grass. Like so. And that's gotten as another alembic. And something else has been captured by this one. So I'll whack this one down. And let's empty this. Now you can only empty in batches of 8. So that's all we got. Curious what it was we got that time. Where's the file? There it is. We got 8 essentia, 8 mesis, crops and harvest stuff. And I'll throw that in there. You can see why I made 1 to start with. Because, oops, already we are being a lot more environmentally friendly. So we make another. So I'll just make the last 2. You'll probably see it as a high-speed sequence. Yeah, look, there's a wisp flying around. That thing up there. Now, if I make him angry or get too close, then he's going to attack me. There's another type of wisp which is red, and that will just seek you out and attack you with lightning bolts. They're a sign that the magic is getting a little bit dirty around here. I think there'll be things we can do to deal with that, but that'll be further down the line. Okay, where was I? I just needed 8 water, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 8 winds. Oh, I've got to empty those bottles from last time. Glass and clay. So they are essentially just normal bottles, but with a clay seal. You get 8 at a time, which is really cool. As you can see, having to refill this with water every time and take away the essences myself is a little laborious, which is why at some point we will automate that using golems. Right, that's the maximum spare essence you can capture out of a cauldron. So that's another plant one and herb one. Well, crop and herbs. You obviously can't mix essence types within a glass, but they hold quite a lot. So there we go. That's how we're going to continue doing stuff without it being a mess. Now, it turned out that Billy had loads of magic crystals that he had no interest in whatsoever because he's not pursuing magic. So I swapped some diamonds and emeralds with him in return for his supply. So that's why we have more of these than we had before. So I should be able to make another thermometer, because we need 2 thermometers for an awesome piece of kit. So a thermometer was simply 4 bits of gold, round a water shard in an arcane work table. Easy peasy. Okay, I just need my wand. There we go, 1 more thermometer. So if you remember with these things, they essentially acted like a compass and pointed to the nearest, strongest source of magic, which was the silverwood tree that was over there, which I had to cut down. But the magical node from the silverwood tree is still there. But you can see that, you know, it's a tool, but it's not a very good one, which is why we are going to make the goggles of revealing. Now this lets us combine 2 thermometers into a pair of goggles so we can actually see the magic. So in an infusion altar, we need 4 leather, 2 gold. Okay, well I know I've got the gold. I'm a little uncertain about the leather. Let's go look. Yeah, as I thought, I don't have any leather. I also don't even have a sword at the moment. I lost everything in the nether. Oh yeah, these things were filling up with so much cobble and gravel and stuff that I decided to make some barrels. Now, barrels are really good. They can hold a single item type, but they can hold a lot of it. So like this one's got 25 stacks. 25 stacks of 64 cobble. And it can hold up to 64 stacks. And if you just left click it, you get a stack out, a whole stack all at once, and you put it back by right hand clicking. So it's a nice, quick, easy way of getting stuff. I want a little bit of wood. Actually, I don't. I just want these sticks, or a stick even. I just want a temporary sword. I'm going to make a better sword. Once I'm a little more organised, I'm going to make myself a nice magical Thaumian sword and enchant it. For now, though, I just want to... We need leather, so I'm going to... Hello, wisps. How many cows do we have? Oh, we've got nowhere near enough cows. I have to automate this cow breeding because this just takes too long. And I keep forgetting until it's too late. Right, I'm just going to make as many baby cows as I can. And then I'm afraid they're going to have to say goodbye to their parents. It's sad, but you have to grow up sometime. I mean, you are all of 20 seconds old. Give me leather. I need 4 leather. 4 leather. Exactly the right amount. Perfect. My phone tells me it's time for bed. But I want to finish up this little magic run first, otherwise I won't be able to sleep anyway. Okay. Nope, goggles are revealing. Leather, gold on those things. Gold. Thermometers. Leather straps to hold it in place. Right, and it needs 8 Precantio, which is magic, 8 Visum, which is sight, and 8 Mutatio, which is flux. I think I know what will give me all those things. The flux I'll get out of Netherwort. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 of them. 8 vision. Carrots have vision, so it's only 4 carrots. And what was the last one? Magic. Best source of magic that I know is Greatwood logs. It does dump an awful lot of lignum along with it, but the only other source of magic I know of is like actually enchanted books or stuff, or your crystal shards. And these are quite rare. I don't want to, until I've got a real abundance of these things, I don't really want to use them. So I'm going to go with the Greatwood logs because I've got an almost infinite supply of these. So yes, this is going to dump an awful lot of tree into the atmosphere, but hopefully I'll capture it with those things. 8, 8, 8. Okay, so I'm just double checking here. 8 of them, yes. 8 Visum, yes. 8 Mutatio. Okay, the Netherwart's got other stuff as well, but nothing we can do about that. Okay, boil. Boil. I'm like this with my tea kettle. I just stand there just saying boil at it. It takes a lot longer than that does, though. So, 8 Netherwarts, 4 carrots, 8 Greatwood logs. What have I done wrong? What's gone wrong? Those had the essences, right? Oh, I left my magic wand over there. I was worried there for a moment. There we go. Goggles are revealing. Right, how much did we capture? Quite a bit. Luckily these things are cheap. Well, until you run out of clay. This incidentally is a little silver dagger that's designed purely for killing Endermen. But it's very good at killing Endermen. Right. Are you not the same as that? Oh no, you're big trees. And that's fire. There we go. So, goggles are revealing. As we've known so far, we knew how much magic was in the wand, and we could see a few little things stripping from here to the infusion altar when we were in the middle of using it. But what the goggles of revealing will do is actually allow us to see magic in the world. So let's put them on. They look pretty cool. They sort of fit under my hat. So, see, we can see that we can actually see the essences and things now. And if there was stuff in the cauldron, we could look at the cauldron and we could see what was already in there. And that is very useful when you're dealing with this magical stuff. Now, if you remember, our single thermometer was pointing that way, which is towards the workshop, saying that that was the strongest source of magic. Oh. One moment. Okay, not sure what happened there. I just had to reconnect. Oh, the other thing is, of course, if you look in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, now that says that the magic... Okay, the way magic works is you're drawing the magic from a node. The node, which is closest to here, has a maximum magic rating of 456. It's currently at only at 452. Now, I think if I use my wand of excavation, see, it's dropped to 451. Oh, that's interesting. I'm at the intersection between two different nodes here. I wonder if that's going to affect my magical research. Well, you shouldn't be there, should you? So there's two different nodes here. That one is weaker than that one. That's interesting. Oh, and the F, that stands for flux. That is how polluted the magical aura is here. So having a flux of minimal, considering all the stuff I've been doing, is actually pretty good. There it is. That is the magical node. Ah, now this one has a flux of moderate. That's because the cauldron I've been dumping stuff out of is in this one. I've just found a use for my second cauldron. I can choose which node I'm going to dump the flux into. I mean, obviously I'm dumping less flux now anyway. So, was there another one here? There it is. Now this node is a lot bigger and stronger than that one over there. And this one has a flux of minimal. Now the interesting thing is that if you use magic, like if I... Oh, no, so that's gone down. Now if we watch it, we should see magic flying in there. Maybe that wasn't a big enough thing, but you can actually see magic fly from one magical node to another as they sort of draw the energy together. So that's what the goggles of revealing allow us to do. Now, let me think if there was anything else magical that I wanted to create right at this moment. And if there isn't, then we'll call it an episode. Yeah, the flux by this one is moderate. I've made this area pretty dirty. You can see all the lightning coming out of it and so on. Of course, without the goggles of revealing, that's completely invisible.